Hello. Welcome to another video. And as you can see, this is a series we did like how to teach like a shy kids or shy people how to teach a chat box. And people will talk a lot. And today we're gonna see how to teach a 60 plus years old people because I've got few of them, and of course, as all students are different, so you have to take a different angle. And for 60 plus years old people, of course, you have to take a different angle. There is like few principles that I learned on the way, and I want to share them with you. So one first thing, when you, I don't know how you proceed for your trial lesson, but for me, I really need to know where they are in their journey. Is it their first language? Are they comfortable with technology? There is like few things that are very important to know. For example, like a Zoom, when you use it for the first time, is not easy. And I always have this problem with like kind of old people. They don't know how to use it. Skype was kind of easier, but Zoom, you have a meeting room, you have to wait. It's always a bit confusing. So I always ask, did you use Zoom before? That's something that I ask all the time. And if they say no, I just send a tutorial or something like that to make things easier. I always try to smooth their journey. I don't want any like trauma first when they start to learn with me, to make them comfortable how to use technology. That's what I write. I teach how to learn if needed. I think this is the most important things. For example, if they are learning the first language ever, so they start something completely new, so it's online, it's a new language, so they have to use technology first and then they have to learn. So they've been like all their years like without learning a language, so they don't know how to use the technology, what's its efficient, how to learn a language, how to do it. So you really have to guide them for that. As I say all the time, I say I need to know you more, and then I will know what's working for you, and then we can have a plan. So first I say like as a general rule, okay, you can use that in order to learn very efficiently, but in the future you will see by yourself what is working the best, and then you can follow that guideline. Okay. So of course you have to use the same principle like for shy students. So always to be calm, always cheer them up, always make them feel comfortable. Of course, they're older than you. You have to understand like the brain doesn't work at 60 when you're 20 years old. You have to be very patient. And I don't know why. I don't know. It's maybe my just my experience, but the one that I have, like the 60 plus years old like student, they always like tend to say, "Oh, it's because I'm old. It's because I'm old." And I try to tell them like very nicely that, yeah, well, it's for everybody the same thing. Language is not easy. It's a really long run process. It takes time. You can be young, you can be old, you can be middle age. It doesn't really matter. You just have to keep pushing forward. We're all different. Also have like a student from 20 years old who have a really problem to remember things, to focus. It really depends on the people, but they like a 60 plus or 60 plus years old people tend really to think because they are really limited, which is not true. I have one student that I have her since the beginning. She didn't even speak zero French when she started, and after like 2 years, it took 2 years, but now we have a normal conversation. We don't use English anymore, which is amazing. But she did really work hard for 2 years. She just focused on French every single day, and it's amazing. The last thing I want to talk about is the sheet sandwich. That's something that I always use. This is from a Tim Ferriss book. Is when you want to say something kind of negative to your student, you have some time to tell them what is going on. You have to say something negative. So what I do, I use the technique of the sheet sandwich, meaning you say something good, then you say something like slightly bad, something good, some. For example, now we did a lesson about something, and now she used the grammar point we just learned. And I said, "Oh yeah, good. Now you did use well. Your perfect was perfect. But you remember when you said that the pronunciation were not so good. You remember that sound is like this, not like this. You get what I? You say something, you share them up, and then you say something slightly negative, and after something good, something bad, something good, something bad." Okay, simple as a. You have to use that all the time. It's very powerful, and they don't get frustrated, and they still have fun, which is very important. I made a mistake. I remember I had maybe two trial lessons with like 60 plus years old people, and I didn't catch them because I was sharing too much energy. I was like doing so many things, and I think I cannot judge. They didn't come back with me, but I think I was like doing too much. And at that time, I was still not young, but still a beginner in my journey. And because I do so many things beforehand, so I kind of know the person before I met, and after during the trial lesson, I can really know better, and after I can go for it. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any question, don't hesitate to contact me. I'll be happy to help. I'll see you in another video, and I wish you to have a beautiful day.